And since I forgot to hit record, I will start again. So Annie, no one knows who you and I are, but that's the important stuff coming up. So
That's okay.
Again, welcome to Member Benefits Orientation, our first virtual member benefits. So I forgot to press record for those of you who are going to watch later on. And we're introducing ourselves and telling a little bit about our businesses and why we joined the chamber. So Craig, would you like to go next?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Craig Pritz, I'm with My Benefit Advisor. We've been partnering with the Chamber for about 29 years, and I've been working with the Chamber myself for, well, since about 2013. We're a full-service employee benefits firm, and so we provide employee benefits to individuals, companies of all sizes, but we have some very unique things available for Chamber members, some really special deals that I'll be talking about a little bit later. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. John Berglund.
Good afternoon. I'm John Berglund with Wallace Pancher Group. We're a civil engineering and environmental consulting firm. I've been with this company now for just over 17 years. When I started, it was the two founders in a basement with one computer, and now we're at 5 offices and about 60 people spread out between Ohio and in Pennsylvania. And we're looking at an office in West Virginia here soon. So we've had pretty nice growth over the years. We just moved this office in the Pittsburgh office from South Point last year down in Washington County up here to Cranberry, primarily because most of our staff live up this way from this office, and retention of engineering and environmental staff is pretty important. So we moved the office to get closer to the staff. I happen to live here in Cranberry, so it worked out well for me as well. So we joined, again, just trying to get a better feel for this area and the market up here. We were very active in Washington County and still are, but trying to get a foothold up here with various land development projects. We do a lot of work in energy sector as well. So that's us.
Great. Thank you so much. Next, we have Candy McCool.
Hi, I'm Candy McCool with Legal Shield and ID Shield Protection. And we have 24/7 legal protection, but we'll tell you more later because we are also an affinity group. We joined the Chamber in 2011, and being a very small company of just me and my hubby, we decided that we needed to meet people, and joining the Chamber was the best thing that we ever did. This Chamber is so friendly. That's like the lead I have for you, Heather. That's what I was telling him, that it's just the greatest chamber for getting to know people and people helping each other out. I've never seen such a group of people do such referring and giving referrals back and forth when just because they work well together. So that's why we joined.
Thanks, Candy. We love you guys too.
Thanks.
Next up is Helen Testa. And Helen, I think you're the 412-389 number as well.
Yes, I'm the 412-913-8147. Do you see it on there? I had some problems connecting.
Yep, I see you. So go ahead,
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, great. Well, I'm sorry I'm not there in video. I'm trying to, I wanted to be on this call today because we joined right before COVID happened, and I've kind of been disconnected. So I'm anxious to try to get back to some sort of normalcy, and really wanted to catch up with this because I was excited when I joined, and then the world kind of turned on its head. So my name is Helen Testa, and my company is True Merchant, and I'm a payment processing consultant. So basically what we do is we connect businesses with accounts so that they can accept all kinds of non-cash payments. So that's going to be your Visa, MasterCard, American Express, debit cards. We can do a lot of insights for business with the marketing and connections with social media. Through the payment processing world encompasses a lot more things than just taking those payments. We can do electronic checks and gift cards. So all sorts of different services to help small businesses take those payments and just, you know, have more business intelligence on hand. So that is a little bit about me, and I'm happy that I was able to make the call today.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have Dominic.
Hi, good afternoon. Yes, I apologize I'm not on the video part. I was not necessarily sure what to expect here. So I'm Dominic Stinelli. I'm a CPA with Urish Popek. We are a regional traditional accounting firm, full service accounting firm, tax audit practice based downtown. I myself am in Gibsonia, so I'm in the North Hills. I'm a manager on the tax side of our practice. And being that I'm in Gibsonia, I found out about a week or so ago that I believe our firm is now a member of this. And so I just wanted to, I have a lot of clients and do a lot of networking in the North Hills and Cranberry area. So I just wanted to register today to get to meet you guys and hopefully get to know you guys a little bit better. So thank you.
Great, we're happy you joined us. Next, I have Hannah Boozle.
Hi. Okay, so I am Hannah Boozle. I am the marketing and event specialist. Ooh, I haven't had to tell anyone that for quite some time. At Family Bowlaway, the 11th Frame, and the Back Alley up in Butler. We were previously a part of the chamber with Trisha and Family Bowlaway beforehand. So I've just really enjoyed getting to meet new people and learning about what all the chamber offers. Anything else I forgot?
Why you joined the chamber, but that's okay. We love 11th Frame, so
Oh, thank you.
Great atmosphere. We love it. Next, we have Scott Hacker.
Well, good afternoon, folks. And Heather, you'd have to check. I think I've been about 9 years or so-ish on membership, but the reason I joined was I had a little different indoctrination than many have said so far. I was actually a previous member with a previous employer for 6 or 7 years. So when I switched into this field and went on my own, it was kind of a no-brainer. It wasn't even a real decision. It was just, that's what you did because that's what I was used to. So that's why I got here. So I work with New York Life, Life Securities, partner with my clients on the financial side of their lives to help them go through the process of looking at things and amongst everything else in the end to help them plan for a good retirement, whatever that looks like.
In 2011, that was your join date, so yeah.
Okay.
Megan?
Hey, I'm Megan Woolerton. I think I registered with my business Woolerton Wellness, where I provided personal training and health coaching. But I'm actually building a new brand called Life Force Wellness that specializes in corporate wellness. I have a signature program that's a 1-year done-for-you corporate wellness program. And so I joined the chamber to kind of, do some networking, business development, and also to partner with other companies, because this whole 1-year program encompasses like financial, relational issues as well. So also looking for other companies that might want to partner with me to build up these programs and work with my client companies.
Great, thanks for joining us today. I kind of got messed up on the participants list. So Lisa Hunt, you just took a drink of coffee. I know, I saw you.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. That was deliberate. Hi, everyone. My name is Lisa Hunt. I am with USX Federal Credit Union. We joined the chamber a long time ago, but she's having really spotty issues.
So I just, I'm going to give Annie a heads up too. My internet keeps, and we're on the same, we have two different internets. So I think I'm on the,
automatically did that. It's fine. I'll log on.
yeah, I guess one. I'm getting a little spotty, so Annie might have to take over if I crash out.
5 or 241, and it's I-N, capital I-N-S. No, I think it automatically.
Annie. Annie.
Yes.
Can you mute yourself for a second?
Sorry.
It's okay. Oh, I could have muted her. I'm sorry. Justin, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I'm Justin Weber. I'm with the Limbach Company. We're a mechanical contractor and MEP contractor. We just moved our office from Lawrenceville up to Warrendale. So I wanted to get a part of the chamber now that we're in Butler County. I enjoy being a part of the chamber because we do a lot of owner direct services. Not only do we do HVAC for construction and general contractors, but we like to go owner direct for, my special role is service sales. So it's preventive maintenance, service, things like that. Since COVID-19 kicked off, we've done a lot with indoor air quality, UV lighting into your ductwork, bipolar ionization to try to clean up and make your air just a little bit more healthier inside and sort of mitigate that risk. So, but we've been a member for about 2 weeks with our current regime. I think we were a member a few years ago in the past, but that kind of regime in our company was replaced. So we're the new ones. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Good, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for coming. Madison.
Hi, everyone. My internet's spotty too, so if you can't hear me, I apologize. I'm Center for Community Resources. Up in Butler, we're human services and professional services organization. I've only been with them for about a year. I just graduated from Slippery Rock University a year ago, so I'm a newbie. But yeah, so I'm not sure how long we've been with you guys, but I'm excited to be here and learn more.
Great. And then I think, Helen, I think you gave me a different phone number. So I have a 412-389-2825 on here. Is that anyone?
Yeah, actually, that's my number. I am Steve Feldbauer, and I'm with Urish Popek as well. So I appreciate that my colleague Dominic Stinelli has already given a lot of information about our public accounting firm. I am the principal in our tax department, and we are, as Dominic mentioned, we are a full-service public accounting firm. We provide tax services, financial statement and audit services, accounting, valuation, and advisory and consulting services. And similar to Helen, we joined and then kind of got detoured because of COVID. So we wanted to try to re-ingrain, and so we're grateful that there is, some remote activities and additional, events such as this. So, we're trying to, as a firm, become more involved with the chamber, and I am personally excited because I just recently moved up to Cranberry last year. So I moved from the South Hills to the North Hills. So I broke all kinds of Pittsburgh rules to do it. So I'm happy to be in Cranberry and look forward to participating in the chamber further.
You crossed a bridge.
Yes, I know. I'm not allowed back in the South Hills anymore.
Craig is from the South Hills, so.
I'm the South Hills spy. So I've already alerted the people around town. So yeah, word's out.
He's building a wall. All right, well, we'll get right into our PowerPoint presentation that we normally have. Again, we just want to thank you for joining us for our first virtual event. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share. Here we go. Give me a second. All right, well, welcome to one of the most powerful network of business leaders from the Pittsburgh North region. I will warn you that this PowerPoint presentation is the one that we normally show when we're not in COVID. So there are some things that you'll see that we aren't doing at the moment. We have adapted our schedule, but we kind of wanted to keep it the same because hopefully on the other side, we'll be able to pick all of our regular meetings, business after hours, that sort of thing right back up. So we want you to see what we normally do, and then we'll kind of go along and explain how things have changed because of COVID. But we are a very active chamber. We're about 1,000 members strong. You can visit our newly updated website and check out our membership directory, which is, you can check categories, all that good stuff, and see how many members are in the categories that you're looking for. But we really do have a strong membership base. We are Allegheny, Beaver, Butler County. We kind of say from the river in Pittsburgh North, Route 8 corridor, and over into Beaver County. So we work very well and very closely with leaders from the Beaver County Chamber, Butler County Chamber, and we will be partnering with the Oakmont Chamber coming up for our business after hours at the beginning of September. So reasons to join. I know we don't, I kind of opened it up to non-members as well, but since all of you are members, this is just a quick little graphic about why your business should join a Chamber of Commerce. Networking, visibility, credibility, discounts, which we have some of our Affinity program partners on here to talk about the discounts that you can receive with your membership. Voice, education, like lunchbox sessions, growth. We've really tried hard during this pandemic to help our businesses, not only in the chamber, but outside of the chamber as well, stay afloat during this time. And leadership. You'll hear a little bit more into the presentation how we have partnered with other local groups to try to form a recovery plan for our area for our small businesses, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. But first of all, let's start out with some member benefits and some services that the chamber can provide. Feel free to stop me at any point. You can unmute yourself and ask a question. I want this to be interactive, but we'll go over some of the services that the chamber provides that you might not know about. So we offer certificates of origin that are free to our chamber members. That is actually a document that we sign and notify that states that a product originates in the United States. We probably, I would say we have roughly about 10 or 15 members specifically for that certificate of origin. We can provide this service to non-members. We charge $20 per document for that. Bulk mail services. So the chamber holds a bulk mail permit in the Cranberry Township Municipal Building. If you are looking to mail a piece out to more than 200 individuals, you can save money on the cost of your postage. Normally it's around half. And if you just send me an email, set up a time with me, I can go over that whole entire process. But we have a few members that are members specifically for the bulk mail permit as well. Because for the cost of a bulk mail permit, you can become a chamber member, use our bulk mail stamp, and get all the benefits on top of that as well. Member deals, we allow you, with the cost of your membership, the opportunity to provide member deals to other members and the community. We host these on our website, and we have a member deals e-blast that goes out to about 3,500 representatives in our area. So it's a great way for you to gain business exposure. There are a lot of great networking groups in the area, BNI, Christian Business Partners, a lot of great women's groups. What the chamber can also offer you is a database referral system. So once you're a member, you actually get a page on our site that helps boost your SEO. And we provide ways that other members and community members can search for your business, find you, and connect with you so you can make that sale. We have meeting room rentals. We have a conference room at our, our boss is here. Hi, Jimmy. Say hi.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
That is quite okay. Do you want to jump in or do you want to log in on your computer?
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to see where you were at.
Okay, so I can go over this slide. Once you log in, we can do your doodly if you want. You want to do that?
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, he was running a little late from another meeting. So he created a video for this orientation a while ago, and it's really great, and he does a great job, and he's super proud of it. So as soon as he logs in, we'll go ahead and play that. But let's get back to our meeting room rentals. If you are looking for a space to hold a seminar, a training, any sort of meeting, we have a conference room. We also have an Aquas board that you can rent as well, but we can set it up in a socially safe way with our tables 6 feet apart. There's information on our website about that, or you can call the office and talk to Beth. She is our executive assistant. She's also our tech guru. So she will help you with anything you need tech-wise or the conference room. And we are a small team, so all of our jobs kind of overlap. So we're always willing to help you with any needs. So you can reach out to any of us. If you are looking to send a mailing to anyone, we do provide mailing lists. It's $200 for an Excel spreadsheet of all of our members that you can mail merge into your mailing piece. We will never provide email addresses, however, and we also make our website hard, pretty much impossible for everyone to just grab your email addresses off of. We do not want you being spammed. We do not want chamber members joining specifically to get your email addresses to spam you. So that's important to us, but we can provide mailing lists. We have an online business directory. Like I said, that member business directory, go ahead and check that out. Make sure all of your information is important. That's most important because that's how the staff refers you. We have a community resource guide that we print every single year. And in the back of this publication is our membership directory. So this member, and normally when you're at an orientation, you have a packet of information in front of you and we hand you one of these. But since we're just virtual today, you can find this directory on our website. It's hosted there. I can also, I'm gonna send you links to things after the meeting, but this is a great publication about our area. It's the 411 on the economy. It has the fire, police, the township information in it. So it's really a publication that you hold on to and don't throw away. We hand out about 7,000 of these every single year. And what's great about it is your information, if you're a chamber member, is in the back of this. The printed map, we print a map nowadays, which not a lot of organizations do. But if you're interested, we have some that you can pick up at either chamber office and chamber app. So once you become a chamber member, you receive login credentials, which gives you access to all of your business information that's visible on our website. And it's also just a great way to connect with other chamber members. You can find this information on your phone. So all you have to do is search your app store, and it's called Member Plus, and it's a little green icon with a guy in it. Download that, use your same login credentials that you do when you're logging in through the chamber website on your desktop, and it's kind of your card caddy in your pocket. So I'm going to minimize this for a second. Let's go, let me see. And I see Jim is on here. Jim, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so let me, here we go. I'm gonna pull your doodly up.
Okay, while she's doing that, again, this is something we put together. It's a little bit dated because of what's happened this year, but you're going to get an idea of all the events and everything that we do, so that you have an understanding about what the chamber's all about. Some things will change again going forward, but I think it's going to give you a good idea of what we're about and the things that that you can be involved in.
Great. All right, here we go.
No sound.
Oh.
So everyone, just hum your own tune to this.
There you go.
All right, it really is an award-winning presentation if you can hear the sound to it. So
Sorry, I don't know. I made myself a note for next time though.
And again, as I said at the beginning, there's some things in there a little bit dated. COVID-19 has changed all of us in some way or another. At the chamber here, it's made us reevaluate some of our events and how we do them. Some of the stuff we've taken online, our social media conference, which you saw on the video, was done virtually this year with great success. I think a lot of people got a lot out of it. Our connections meetings right now are done virtually because people still have a little bit of a resistance to get together. But I think the whole purpose of that is to see that we do have a lot of opportunities for you to get connected into the community, chamber, and with other was a slide about the Affinity program we have in our portfolio. And with that, I think I'm going to turn it over to our Affinity programs. And I think, Craig, are you going to start us off with Chamber Choice?
Sounds good to me. Awesome. So thank you again. My name is Craig Pritz. I'm here from My Benefit Advisor. We manage a program called Chamber Choice that's available for the members. If people remember this in the past, forget about what you remember. The program has really changed a lot over the years for a lot of different reasons. But I'll tell you what's really, really cool about it today, because I don't know that it's been this cool maybe since day one and when it started. Chamber Choice today, we work with every insurance company out there. So you have something you're using today from a health insurance standpoint. You say, I love my insurance, but I want all this extra stuff you're talking about. We can do that. You can keep your health insurance plan wherever it is. We can give you the extra benefits that we're about to discuss. But what makes us unique is, on top of working with everybody, exclusive for US members, we've negotiated discounts from 2 of the national health insurance companies on some of their specific products that they have. We also have exclusive for chamber members, their own, what's known as a PEO. That stands for Professional Employer Organization. There's a lot of these around. We've built a certified PEO that's very important. Our certified PEO has a lot of flexibility in what it's allowed to do compared to others out there. And it's exclusive for chamber members. When this is a good fit, we have this product for you. And we have a product that has a discount off of the street rates that you'd get off in a PEO. We also have exclusive medical plans put together just for chamber members through their own risk pools when that's a good fit as well. So we have everything that everybody else does, but we have some really neat other options from a medical standpoint. What's really cool about Chamber Choice today, though, is the support it provides behind the scenes. And a lot of this is being used today more than ever. What I'm referring to now is things like everybody that signs up with us, we provide them access to a website that gives them access to HR and attorneys at no cost via phone or email. All their responses are going to be in an email, so you have a record of what was discussed and you have that in writing. But there's not a charge to reach out and say, I furloughed employees during COVID, I'm bringing them back. Some took PTO, some didn't, some stayed on the benefits, some didn't. I'm lost and don't know what to do. And our team can say, okay, take a breath and we'll walk you through it. And there's no cost for that at all. We've had people ask a lot of questions. You know, what do I have to do to my handbook through this? How do I have to make changes? Well, you know, I'm not that professional. And I know when an attorney charges per hour to ask questions, why don't you come with us and have access to that all day long? So that's one great benefit. But built in there is a living handbook, or a living handbook builder, which means you can plug in your information, have a handbook built for your employees, distribute it to them electronically. And then anytime a law changes that impacts your handbook will update automatically and your employees will get notified. That's a living handbook. And we give that to you at no cost whatsoever if you let us help you manage your health insurance. A lot of other things we're doing these days: COBRA at no cost, compliance at no cost, But really what hits home when it comes to COVID world is everything is being done electronically. So employers are saying to us, well, how do I convey my open enrollment? I can't delay it. It's still there. Let us build the employee guidebooks for your employees and get them out to them so you can do the open enrollment electronically. Let us build an online enrollment platform. You want to do your open enrollment online? We can do that. We have deals where we will provide you an online enrollment platform to enroll your employees electronically. So these are just some of the many benefits that we've attached. The behind the scenes HR support we've attached to Chamber Choice. Again, we've got everything from a medical standpoint under the sun covered. We now have a lot of HR support behind the scenes. And again, that all comes at no cost. So that's Chamber Choice from the employee benefit side of it. There's a couple other sides of it that there's an energy program and there's a business insurance program. I'll hit business insurance very, very quickly, and then I'll pass it back to Heather for the part of the energy, and I'll finish up the energy, bring it on home. Business insurance. Chamber Choice went out and found a business insurance company by the name of Penn National, who had this program running for a few years out in the Harrisburg area with much success. And we brought it to Western PA maybe about 8 or 10 years ago. The business insurance program. Lots of Chamber members sell business insurance, can help you with this. If not, reach out to the Chamber. We'll get you connected to the right person. Here's the way it works. No discounts, and I don't guarantee Penn National is the best fit for every company every single day of the year. But I do strongly encourage Chamber members to get a quote from Penn National. And I'm talking about things like your workers' comp, your errors and omission, your liability, your vehicles, your business vehicles, your computers, all of that insurance. Penn National will look at all of that combined. And when they're the best fit for you, when they come back at the best price with the best coverage for you, they're going to put you in a dividend pool. The nice thing is they're going to be a fit for some companies, a lot of the companies, but not everybody. When they are, you're put into a dividend pool. Our programs return dividends almost every single year it's been in place, and they've been as high as 12%. I think they've been as low as 2 or 4%. But at the end of the day, what that means is you get a percentage of every premium you paid in of everything combined. You spend in 10, 12, 15 grand a year in business insurance and they declare a 10% dividend, that's coming back to you. So it's a nice program that's available exclusively to Chamber members. You have to maintain your membership to get your dividend back, but when you do, you'll find that covers your membership for a long time to come. I'm going to kick it back to Heather to talk about the energy a little bit. I think she has some information from Karen, and then I have a statement from Karen that I'll read to finish it, okay?
Yeah, and actually it occurred to me her video is mostly just sound. So I'll probably just go ahead and let you. And then what I'll do is I'll create a follow-up email to all of the members registered for the event today, and I'll put Karen's video link in there. So
perfect. So yeah, I'll talk a little bit about then the energy program. Here's the way I talk about it. 15, 18 years ago, 12 years ago, 13, I can't remember, time flies. But energy was deregulated in Western Pennsylvania when Duquesne Light was the first company to be deregulated. And what that meant was, prior to that, Duquesne Light, they made the energy, they owned the poles, the wires, they serviced it, they did everything, and they had like a little mini monopoly. When it became deregulated, we had the option to have choice of who manufactures our energy. We're still controlled by our local energy company from a service standpoint, but the manufacturing part of it became deregulated. On-Demand Energy was one of the companies that spun out of that. Actually, some of the gentlemen who wrote the tariff to deregulate energy for Duquesne Light went on to start On-Demand Energy. And they started locally working with chambers across the state and churches and school districts and all those things. And they manage energy, and now they are part of the World Connect Energy parent company. That's their parent company. They're part of that family now of companies, which makes them one of the largest managers of energy in the world. And what that means to you as a chamber member, they're not staffed with a whole bunch of salespeople. They're staffed with a bunch of engineers and people who understand the industry very well, who are your resource to talk to you about your energy needs. They're there for you. You pick the phone up, you call them, they can help advise you what they're doing. They can help manage your energy. They can put you in risk pools. They get you better deals than you have. So they do a lot of unique things. I think they were able to save Cranberry like $2 million like when this program first started 10 years ago or whatever it was. So they know what they're doing. They manage the stadiums, the airports. Karen gave me a nice little statement I'm going to read real quickly, and then I'll pass it back over to Heather. So Karen Lund, she is the representative that works directly with the Pittsburgh North Chamber. So if you reach out to World Connect Energy, you'll speak to Karen. She's one of the many, many people there. She has the privilege of working with chamber members on all things energy. And that light, no pun intended, budgets are going to be micro-analyzed for the foreseeable future. So if you need to make a major improvement to your lighting, replace and make your electrical systems, your HVAC, replace window roofing, or need to make other energy-related improvements, they can help with the cost of that. Those projects can easily exceed over $150,000. They can roll the cost into the electricity rates for you. There's no need for any upfront cash. They can also help you reduce your carbon footprint if you want to do a carbon neutral approach to your energy, your business consumption. And Karen points out that they actually just got done helping Mount Lebanon High School put in a solar program for them. So they can do everything from the smallest of energy needs all the way up to the high schools. I mentioned the airports and the other things. Again, they're a free resource for you as a chamber member. So anything energy related, reach out to them. They also have a residential program. You can go to their website and find some small savings on your home energy needs, which is our new office, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I know when I first started the chamber, I signed up for their residential program, and things are different now. And don't quote me on prices, but at that time, I think I was saving like $400 a year just through their residential program. So it's definitely worth reaching out to Karen or Craig. Again, that Chamber Choice program is specific to chamber, being a chamber member. So reach out to Craig, and I'll put the contact information of our Affinity program partners in that email. It's worth the conversation. If it doesn't save you any money, okay, no harm, no foul. You've made a great connection, but it can save thousands. So if you are not the representative that handles that for your company, please pass along that information. And then next we have Candy to talk about their Affinity program.
Sorry, I had to unmute. Hi, Candy McCool again with Legal Shield and ID Shield Protection. One of the things we do that a lot of people aren't aware of is we do have small business plans. And so any business that has 100 or less employees, we have a legal plan to help you. And it's based on the number of employees. And the idea behind it is you have a lot of things going on in your business, from taxes to human resource to things that are happening with laws that you don't know about. And this will give you an opportunity to talk to someone to find out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. You're just setting up. It's a great opportunity for small businesses. The other thing is we offer legal and identity theft protection to individuals. So if you're a business owner who doesn't have any employees, we can help you out. And because you're a chamber member, you can save anywhere from $108 a year to $192 a year, because we have a great pricing system because it is a group plan through the chamber. So you need to be aware of that. One of the big things I want to mention is you get a free will, free living will, and free medical power of attorney with your legal plan. Right now, not to be morbid, but everybody should be prepared right now, and they should have that in place. I know we just updated ours, you know, like the cobbler that has shoes, you know, his kids have no shoes. We had a very old will, and I keep telling people you get free yearly updates, and we just updated ours. It came last week. We're going to get it notarized this week, so we're all up to snuff on that. So even if you have an old will, you can get it updated, and you get free yearly updates for you and your spouse, and any kids between the ages of 8 and 26. If anybody has college kids, they definitely need the medical power of attorney because you don't have any authorization over them anymore. So once they hit 18, even though they're living at home, it doesn't matter. You can't intervene unless you have that medical power of attorney. So that is really important for them to have that. Then we also offer all of these plans to any size company up to however many employees they have, however many branches they have, it doesn't matter, for their employees as a benefits program. A lot of companies right now are looking for things to offer their employees because of everything that's happened. This is a very, very affordable benefit for employees to offer their employees. I just had a small accounting firm sign up, and they fringed it for everybody in the company, both legal and ID, and that was really exciting. But it can be payroll deduct, and that makes it nice too. And because again, it's a group plan through the chamber, they will save a lot of money. And when your employees have these problems with legal or identity theft, when do they have to fix it? Between 9 to 5, and that's when they're working. So you have the opportunity to do that. And then with identity theft, you also have to watch out for people that are offering it, because it's the #1 crime in America. Say that again, identity theft is the #1 white collar crime in America. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon. 3As, Costco, everybody. Now, do you really want someone at Costco trying to protect your identity? What they do is they just do a monitoring service. So you need to watch that. If it says you're going to aid or help or assist you, you have to do all the work, and they will tell you what you have to do. But with us, you make one phone call and we do all the work, so that if your identity is compromised in any way, plus you get an email once a month that says everything's okay. So it's a great plan. We also have information about with COVID-19. A lot of people have a lot of questions. I just want to tell you a couple. Do you know you have the right to be refunded for travel expenses? I just heard on the news that like 55% of the people that have had paid money for travel or sports events or concerts are not getting paid back. And so they're just letting it drop because they're getting nowhere. Legal Shield can help you with that. So there's a lot of things through COVID that Legal Shield is available for you. Do you know what legal documents you need if you're admitted to the hospital? What should you have on hand? Do you know how to check and see if email attempts from health information is real or false for their identity theft? So there's a lot we can help you with. We're very broad. We do a lot of different things, and we have unlimited amount of questions you can ask. And the only other thing I want to mention is we have what's called a member perks program. So if you're enrolled in either legal or ID theft, anybody, the small business, as an employee benefit, as an individual, we have this member perks program, which gives you discounts at over 500 companies around the United States. So some of them, it's not an online buying program, but you have to go online to check. Depot, CVS, you can save money on your prescriptions, you can save money on your home repairs. So on travel, anything that you can think of, we have. So I will be available for any questions, and to get information to you, you can go to our website, and I did put that on there on the chat. So if you need any more info, just let me know. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Candy. I think Lisa wanted to say something very quickly.
Yeah, just a quick testimonial for Candy and John and Legal Shield. We actually offer it to all of our employees and our members through the credit union, number of different options, and we chose to go through them. And I've actually personally been a client since 2013. So all those little things you get saying your data might have been exposed, we're going to offer you 1 year free. I can say, no thanks, give me the other option. You're not going to get rich, but between my husband and I, we've probably gotten about $200 that they've paid us as a cash equivalent just because we have the Legal Shield and ID Shield. And it really is a fabulous, fabulous program to make available. I mean, honestly, it's a great way to help add an additional benefit that doesn't cost you to offer your employees. So thank you very much for everything you do for the credit union and its members.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, we have a few Affinity program partners that aren't with us today. And Jim, I'll give you a heads up now that I'm probably going to have you speak about Treesdale in a moment, but I'll go ahead and touch base about North Pittsburgh Greeting Company. And then Jim, if it's okay, I'll have you talk about direct payments as well. But North Pittsburgh Greeting Company is owned and operated by Tracy Armstrong. She's the welcome wagon lady. So she actually knocks on all of the new homeowners in the area and hands them a bag full of coupons, actually for something free, not just a percentage off. But you can advertise in her bag because as you know, when someone moves into an area, they're making decisions on where they're going to take their pets, where they're going to get their haircuts, who their doctor is going to be, all of that stuff. They make those decisions within the first 90 days. So she will hand you a bag full of information when you're a new homeowner. You want to make sure your business is in her hands first. You can advertise in there for a special chamber discount. And also she has a business to business bag where she actually welcomes all of the new businesses in the area. So if you offer a product or service that a business uses, please reach out to Tracy. I'll put her information in that follow-up email as well. It's a great way to gain business exposure. So Jim, I'm going to turn it over to you. Would you mind telling a little bit about direct payment and Treesdale?
Sure. So direct payment is a bank card processing service. You know, we're proud to be a partner with them because pretty much they cut through all the other chatter and everything like that that you hear about bank card processing. They have very simplistic fees. They're great to work with and great rates. So give them a consideration if you want to do credit, if you need to do credit card processing. They have a number of different ways they can help you. As far as Treesdale, we're proud to be partners with Treesdale too, in the fact that country club memberships, you know, are a great benefit, but they are rather costly. If you have the desire to be a member of Treesdale Country Club, by being an Affinity partner, they can offer you a discount in the membership fee in order to initiate that. If you've ever played Treesdale, if you're a golfer, it's a great course with great facilities. They have 3 9-hole courses, and they have a great bankroom facility and bar area. So it's a great country club. Reach out to them if you're interested, and Denise can help you and really even give you a tour of the place and maybe even squeeze in a quick 18 holes for you. So that's it.
Is it quick or 18 holes quick? No, but I think she does offer a little lunch or something like that if you're interested in touring the facility. So yeah, you can reach out. All right, I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to get back to our PowerPoint presentation. So we're talking about extending your marketing reach. One of the reasons that members join the chamber is exactly that, to extend their marketing reach. What the chamber can provide is our low-cost ways for you to get your business name in front of community members. So we're going to go over some of those, and Annie is our marketing and advertising guru. So Annie, if you want to talk down through some of these as well.
Yes. Okay. Hi, everyone. So we can quickly just go through these. As Heather had mentioned, there are opportunities for chamber members to advertise and market their business strictly through us. Using our channels. One of those ways is you can actually advertise in Corridors, which is our monthly newsletter, and you can do different kinds of ads, you know, quarter page, half page, full page, and we offer a significantly lower price for chamber members versus, you know, any business that would just come off the street asking to use our Corridors newsletter to advertise with them. Same goes for Monday Morning Coffee e-newsletter. Obviously it's in the name. That is the weekly e-blast that goes out every Monday morning. And I will tell you that if that e-blast does not go out at exactly 8:30 in the morning every Monday, I have chamber members or just people in general who call or email me and be like, where's Monday Morning Coffee? Where's Monday Morning Coffee? So I truly believe that is an e-blast that when it gets sent out, people look forward to that first thing in the morning, especially our members, to get updates from, you know, chamber events and other chamber member news. More specifically for that e-blast, we have a 25% average click rate when it comes to that, which is awesome for when it comes to click rates. If you aren't a marketing person, and that's okay, and you really aren't sure what the heck a click rate is, that's totally fine. Basically, it just means the percentage of people that are clicking open and actually reading that e-blast. And I know 25% is like, oh my gosh, no, that is awesome in the marketing world. We do our e-blasts through a platform called Constant Contact, which maybe some of you are familiar with, but it's very popular. We've spoken to Constant Contact a few times, and they have specifically told us that we have actually a great click rate. So I mention that because if you are interested in advertising in Monday Morning Coffee, I know that you will get great traction with that particular ad. And then we have a reach of about 3,700 active emails through that Monday Morning Coffee e-blast. So just to give you like a little bit of data. And just jumping down there, I don't see a bullet point on there, but I was just mentioning, because Heather's our social media guru, Facebook, Instagram person, and I know she mentioned it earlier, but because we also use Facebook heavily and Instagram heavily, we have an even larger reach in the social media world when it comes to, we share as a member, we share your guys' Facebook posts. Heather does a great job constantly. She's always on social media because, as we all know, you got to be quick with social media, and Heather does a great job, getting the word out for our chamber members if they have something that they'd like us to share. Obviously, we do that at no cost. Heather just shares it away, and we've gained a ton of followers, at least, over the last few years, just by picking up more and more people. So those are just a few to start off with, just to extend your marketing reach as a chamber member. Another thing that's really awesome is member news. So, and Heather would be able to teach you through the portal how to actually upload member news. But every Monday Morning Coffee e-newsletter also has within that the member news at the bottom. So anybody that receives that Monday Morning Coffee e-blast, all 3,700 people, as a chamber member, you're able to reach all those people with any news that you'd like. So that also goes through Monday Morning Coffee. We have also something called the Business and Community Resource Guide. That is very cool. We have somebody named Nick. What is it, in the fall or something like that? He reaches out to all the members and asks, hey, you want to put an ad in this magazine? There's a business directory in there as well. Once we get more towards that time frame in the fall, that is a super popular magazine that's distributed in the North Pittsburgh area. It's really cool. I actually wish I had it in front of me. It's over there, or else I can show it to you real quick. But we have them here as a business. If you wanted to pick up, we have boxes and boxes. You can always leave copies, in your office as well. But that is also a really cool benefit of being a chamber member and being included in that magazine. Also, oh, there it is, Facebook, Instagram live videos. I went over that already. Heather's great at that. The Chamber Tri-County map also is a great benefit. We have a bunch of copies here, but it's literally a map. And we have, they're distributed at our local libraries as well. You would be so surprised as to how many people still call us and ask for maps. You know what I mean? I feel like maps are just something that are, a little bit old school, but that's not true at all. And as a chamber member, you can actually get your business on that map so that when people are looking at it and they're looking for, if you're a restaurant, that's on the map. If you're a doctor's office, that's on the map. Insurance agency, that's on the map. That's also a very cool feature as a chamber member. And then enhanced business directory listing as well. It's basically, if you're searching and as a chamber member and you're on the enhanced business directory listing, then your name gets popped up first. So we have a lot of people, Heather had mentioned earlier that we've been in the process of revamping our website. And a benefit of that is, now we have this awesome website that we can share out to the world. And somebody that goes to our website, you know, when we talk about search engine optimization, you know, another marketing term, it's important because as a chamber member, you want your name to be popping up as quickly as possible and at the top of the list. So the better that we can promote our website, then the better that you guys would be found as chamber members as well. So maybe not today because we'll do an official launch of the website here in a couple weeks that we're really excited about. We're coming up with new ways where you go straight to our homepage, and as a member, you could be listed right on the homepage. We've got scrolling graphics now, so if there's a new member, you know, we'll say welcome new members. You're having like a 5-year member anniversary, we can now list your business name on the homepage. There's a lot of cool features now that we have that we didn't have before, and all thanks to this startup called Rebloom. Like by a miracle coming down from the heavens during COVID, these CMU students reached out to us and they were like, hey, we're trying to help out small local business nonprofits and update their website, you know, for free. And we were like, yes, please choose us. And in turn, it helps all these other local small businesses and chamber member businesses because you guys are listed on our website. So that's just a really cool feature as well. And then we kind of talked about the member deals e-blast in the Monday morning coffee, but there's a whole separate e-blast aside that we call hot member deals. And you can actually, for free, get your business deals listed on this e-blast. And we do that once a month in the middle of the month. So, and Heather will go over everything in that portal that you could do to sort of list your member deals so that it shows up in that e-blast. But that's also a really great way to reach all of our memberships as well. And of course, last but not least, as a chamber member, you can always use the hashtag Pittsburgh North Chamber, and obviously that hashtag alone we use constantly. Heather uses it constantly and everything. So you can imagine, you know, the traction that it gets after doing it for so many years through Facebook, social media, Instagram, you name it. So, but anyways, I will leave my specific email in the chat. Again, any marketing or advertising questions that you may have as a new chamber member, or as a chamber member that's always been here and just needs a little bit fresh update on our marketing and advertising opportunities, by all means, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always available for you. So I think that's about it. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
That's great. Thanks, Annie. And again, one of the purposes of the chamber is to not only help you make money, but to save money. So these are great ways that you can gain business exposure for very low cost, if not free, with the price of your membership. And then I'll just touch base with that. PG, our social media, let us help you gain more exposure on those platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram. Just tag us. Normally, if we get tagged in a post in Instagram or Facebook, I'll share it to our story, which has normally, if you know, with social media, people are looking at those stories more than they're actually looking at posts. Your posts don't always show up in people's feeds, but the stories are something that people click through. So please let us help you gain more business exposure those ways. And then, let's see. I'm going to jump out of here for a second, and I'm going to go into our member portal. So when you, let's see if I can find that here. When you, I guess I can't. All right. Just give me one. When you became a chamber member, you received an email. Actually, you received two emails. One was a welcome email, and then one had a link in it to create chamber credentials. So has everyone, you can raise your hand if I can see you, has everyone logged in with your chamber credentials and made sure your business information was up to date? That is probably one of the most important things that you can do as a chamber member. You want to log in and make sure you have your hours of operation, your contact info is up to date, and most importantly, you want to add searchable keywords. And I would show you the member portal, but for some reason it's not letting me share that screen. But when you're logged into that member portal, please feel free to either give me a call or send me an email. I can log in as the same time as you, and we can kind of go over things specific to your business account, and I can help show you around that member portal. It is very user-friendly, but on the tab where it says company information in that member portal, you want to add searchable keywords. These are products or services that you offer that a chamber member or community member, do you want to try to do it as I talk, would be able to search for in that membership directory tab. Jimmy's going to try to see if he can get. Wonder if I can just. Oh, well, I did it. All Jim had to do is come here and stand. I mean, it is. So here we go. I'll go over this. So let's go over. Can everyone see? Can you give me a thumbs up, my member portal? Okay. So I am logged in as the chamber under me. Yours will look a little bit different. You can add your photo up at the top. You can add some personal information. The very first thing I want you to do is log in. Come down to company information, and then I want you to go to website information first thing. Now what this is all of the information that's visible on our website. This is your member page. It normally auto defaults. You can see this little checkbox. You can uncheck it if you want to. It auto defaults to the information that I signed you up with. So either if you handed in a paper application and wrote your information on that, I typed it in, or if you did it online, it will auto default to when I processed your membership application, the information that was provided. You just want to make sure all that is correct. If it's not, just check this box, update your information, and then you're going to scroll down. This is where you can add your social media sites. So if you have LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you are just going to copy and paste that link into this bar, the search field here, but make sure that checkbox is checked, okay? And that will make sure that when someone is on your member page on the web, they will be able to click the link and be taken right to your social media sites. Also, there's a web description that you can add. Now, the chamber has that enhanced web package, so that gives us a longer business description, more searchable keywords, the opportunity to add a YouTube link, photos, logos. It just gives your page on our website a better look and better SEO results. It's $25 a year, which is a very low price. You can add it at any time. You don't need to, but if you choose to, you can add that $25 on at any point. And I will upgrade your accounts, and then you can add a longer business description and all of those features that I just talked about. But most importantly, I want you to make sure you add searchable keywords. Again, these are products or services that you offer that a chamber member or a community member would search for to find your business. So now let's say you are in marketing and advertising. You're probably going to fall into that marketing and advertising category. So you don't necessarily need to use the words marketing and advertising as a searchable keyword, because you're going to populate in that category anyway. But this is just a great way for you to be found. And even more importantly, we have a ton of members. So we might not know every single every single product or service that you offer. For example, we had someone call us the one day and they needed someone to write a resume. So all we did as chamber staff is go on our website and search for the keyword resume, and no one came up. But I'm sure we had chamber members in our chamber that offered that service. We just couldn't find them because they didn't have these searchable keywords. Make sure those are up to date, and make sure that you have those added in so we can help refer you better. All right, let's go back to the home page in this member portal. After going there and entering those keywords, there are a few other things that I just want you to take a look at. Make sure you know they're in here. Again, I talked about that app. You can download the app here. Here we go. These are upcoming events. There's a little arrow right in the corner here. If you want to register for an event, you just click this little arrow. We have our Tossin for Good Cornhole tournament coming up on Saturday. A portion of the proceeds will benefit our chamber nonprofits. So the winning teams get to pick which chamber nonprofit a portion of their proceeds go to. So check that out. I think the weather's going to be nice. We're going to have a good day for some cornhole outside, socially safe, distancing, fun. But again, here is where you're going to come to add your member deal and your member news. These are two ways that you can gain business exposure for the cost of your membership, so that's no extra money. So we'll go over member deals first. A member deal is anything that you want to offer to chamber members. You get business exposure in three ways. Your member deal shows up on our website. If you go to pghnorthchamber.com, click on member deals, there they are. There's a member deals button in that Monday morning coffee that goes out every single Monday morning, and then in an e-blast on the 15th of every single month. Now, when you add a member deal, I just want to show you a little tip and trick here. When you click on member deals, you'll see examples that other chamber members are offering. There, you can click through and look. You can add your logo, but all you have to do if you want to add your own is click Add Member Deal. Super easy. You want to put your business name in the title, because in that e-blast that goes out on the 15th of every month, only the title is listed. We want members to actually click on it, and then that will take you to the page on our website that hosts your member deal. So make sure your business name is in the title, make sure it's catchy, and then you can scroll on down here. You can add a description in the body here. There are all these, you can change the color, you can change the font. Scroll down a little bit longer. There are a couple different date fields, and I want you to be careful that you're paying attention to the offer start date, the offer end date, and then there's a publish start date and a publish end date. Make sure you enter all of those correctly. Put the contact information of the person that you would want any questions directed to go there. And then you can add an image. You can add your logo in here. You can add a PDF in there. But it just makes your member deal a little bit more eye-catching and appealing on our website. Sort of the same way you can add a member news release. Now, a news release shows up on our website, and it also shows up in our Monday morning coffee for 2 weeks. And then we pull it down, but it will stay on our website until your publish end date. So same thing, you add a news release here. The only difference with the member news release, and I'm not quite sure why it does this, it auto-populates to that title, generic default news release, blah, blah, blah. So all you're gonna do is highlight that, get rid of it. Again, put your business name in there, make sure it's catchy, and then you just submit these for approval. Now, a member deal, once it's submitted for approval, cannot be changed. If you want to change that member deal, you just have to shoot me an email, and I have to do it on the back end. And that's just a safety feature. If there are features that you don't have access to, normally there's a reason for it. You just have to send me an email and I can help. with that. Okay, let's go back to the home.
Oh, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
How do I get signed up for that Monday morning coffee blast? I don't get it now.
Okay, so no problem. Normally, when you get added to the database, you're automatically signed up for it. Sometimes the constant contact like the connection between that, there's an issue. So I will just look into that. I'm making myself a note now, and I'll just log into our constant contact.
Heather,
yeah.
No worries. I'll do it right now.
Awesome. And
Whoever-
you'll log in to constant contact and see what's going on. Normally we can see an engagement report and we'll see what's happening. Either it tried to be delivered to you and your server kicked it back, or so yeah, we'll look into that for you. Just let me know.
Whoever just said that, type your email address and your name in the chat.
Perfect. That was Justin Weber.
Okay, I can't see. I can only see you.
No problem. Okay. So in this member portal, again, here are links to all of our Affinity program partners that we talked about today. If you want more information about them, it'll take you straight to their website. There's a social media style feed right down the center of this member portal. When you make changes to your information, it'll show up there. Again, if you have a job opening in your company, a member benefit is us offering that visibility on our website. I'm sorry. So all you have to do is come in here, click on job posting, add a job posting. You can see there's jobs posted already by some of our chamber members. You can help share their information. But yeah, posting a job is a member benefit. All right, let's go over to the directory tab very quickly. This directory tab is similar to the member directory on our website. There are just a few differences, and one of them is, again, I'm sorry, I don't have the Rona. It's allergies. You can search by representative name inside this member portal. That's a feature, that's a member benefit that's not visible on the website. So if you meet somebody at a networking meeting and you can't remember what company they're from, you can search by their name right in here and it'll pull their information up. You can also search by keyword off to the side, and you can choose some of the filters down below. If you scroll down, there's different filters that you can choose, like, you know, are they a family-owned business? Are they a veteran-owned business? Are they a minority-owned business? You can search there as well. The events tab shows events that we have coming up. Here's our member benefits orientation. You can register right through this events tab. Another great feature in this member portal is if you can't remember what you've registered for, and again, I'm logged in as the chamber, you can come in here and let's say it's the end of the month and you got to turn in those receipts for expenses. You can come on in here. If you're missing something, all you have to do is shoot us an email and say, hey, I came to business after hours. I don't have a receipt. Can you send me one? And we can email you a receipt for any event that you've been to. The resources tab, this tab hosts some of our committee meetings. So one of the benefits of membership is being able to join one of our chamber committees, which is a very great way to build your relationships within the chamber. And there we have a bunch of different committees that you can join. We'll go over that in a couple minutes. But if you're, we have post our ambassador committee meetings in here. You can find marketing committee meetings, that sort of thing. The reports tab is very important when your chamber membership is up for renewal and you're looking to see how your membership has worked for you. You can come on in here and this is basically your ROI. You can go down through here. Did you post a job? How many times was that viewed? Did you post a member deal? How many times was that viewed? How many times did your business information populate in that search bar because of your category or because of your searchable keywords? How many times did people click through to your page on our website? And then how many times did they click through to your actual website? So this is just, and again, we're logged in as the chamber, but log in as yourself and take a look down through here. And this is just a great way for you to see how your chamber membership is working for you. and we'll go back home. Does anybody have any questions about this member portal? No? Okay, so let's go back to our PowerPoint slide. Did the member portal. We're just going to talk a little bit about, Jim, if you're on here as well. Jim is out at the front desk. I'll give him a second to get back to his computer. But this is just a new slide that I added in this time to just kind of give you an idea of what the Chamber has been doing for its members since COVID. I'm sure with all of your businesses, the pandemic hit and it was just actual craziness. Like, how are we navigating? You know, how are we staying alive? What does this mean for our business? And the Chamber in the same way was kind of just at this, what can we do for our members? And we as a staff just sat down and got together and we're like, you know, we just want to help our community survive. And we kind of want to put together a recovery plan on when we're on the other side of this pandemic, what does that look like for us and our small businesses? So we've done a few things, but I'm going to turn it over to Jim because he can talk more about the Chamber's stance and what we've done during this time.
Thanks, Heather. So I think if you look at what happened in the last few months, the business world has changed dramatically. And there's been a lot of things going on. And I don't know about everybody else, but I know my inbox on my emails has increased by 3 times what I used to get. And we looked at that and felt that people were probably also getting overwhelmed with the amount of information they were getting. A lot of it was duplicated, triplicated, that kind of thing. So one thing that we did is we felt that in looking at our neighboring Chamber of Commerce and other organizations, that we really should partner with them to have one unified source for information, not only for our members, but for the business community in total. So we reached out to the Butler County Chamber, the Butler County Tourism, Beaver County Chamber, Butler County CDC, Butler County Economic Development, and really put together a group that we could really pull our resources together and have a much bigger effect in the community. In doing so, we had weekly meetings, obviously via Zoom, really to put a strategy together. And through those meetings and through the power of the group, we put together subcommittees that looked at retail in general, looked at the restaurant business, and really try to develop plans in trying to help those businesses. And we put a number of webinars together and a number of different ways to really try to help businesses. So by pulling our resources together with the other groups in our area, we were able to really strengthen what we were putting out. And that has continued. Through our efforts, we also did a job fair because one of the things that we realized was the fact that there are a lot of businesses that were laying people off, but there were also a lot of businesses that needed people because of this of the shift and what was happening. We did a virtual job fair. It was our first virtual event, really, and job fair. We had over 325 participants. We had over 50 companies that were a part of that. We had our virtual meetings. We went online and did virtual meetings that made our connections virtual. Those continue today because we realized people couldn't get together in a group like they used to. Those have been very successful. We knew that we had to support local businesses, so we worked with Cranberry Township, and we are actually organizing and putting on the farmers market this year that has been very, very successful. We have, last year, I think there were 13 businesses that were involved in it. This year, there was over 30, and our foot traffic has been over 400, and it's climbing. So we're excited about that. And then one of the other things that we did too is, Taste of Cranberry is you've seen it in some of the things we showed you today. That was one of our most successful events. We had over 500 people attend that event. We had over 20 restaurants that would participate every year. We knew we couldn't reach out to the restaurants to run that event this year, or to be a part of that event, because they were just trying to struggle to stay alive, quite frankly. So we thought, how could we help them? And we thought, you know what, the best way we can help them is to drive business into their restaurants. So we are in the process right now of putting together a coupon book for the restaurants. If you know any restaurant that would be interested to be a part of this book, let us know, let them know, to reach out to us. It's free to them. And it really is, again, just to drive business into the restaurants themselves. So again, I guess the whole point of this part of the presentation is to let you know that we realize our role, and what our role is to help the businesses in our community. So we put all these things together to do so. So I hope that if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask, but I hope that gives you a little bit of understanding of really what our outlook is on our role in the community.
Perfect. I'm gonna let our sponsors speak for a couple minutes, but before I do that, just real quickly, 5 ways that you can make the most of your chamber membership. And okay, real quick, I'll go over that. You wanna jot these down. 1, follow us on social media, tag us in things, let us know which posts you want us to share for you. So that's a great, almost everything is online nowadays, and virtual. Let us help you spread the news of your events, your specials, anything that you can have coming up by leveraging our platforms and our audience for you. We have 3 virtual connections meetings every single week, plus marketplace lunch. So we have presenters at those. If you would like to present, you get about 15 minutes of everyone's attention to talk about your company, a product that you offer, a service. So all you have to do is send me an email. That's super important. Make sure your business information is up to date so we can refer you and you can be found online. Add member deal and add member news. Those are free ways to gain business exposure. They will not take a lot of time, but it's something that you can do to help build those relationships and make some money. So we want to thank our sponsors for today. First of all, West Banco, and I should have put West Banco on this slide now because they offered to sponsor our Zoom accounts through this whole thing. So we've really been reliant on our virtual meetings. So thanks to West Banco Cranberry Township for our Zoom. Also Holsinger. Jim, do you want to talk about Holsinger? And if you were here in person, you would have graders. But since you're not, unfortunately, you can stop by the Wexford office at any time and grab some graders out of our freezer. But John or Jim, do you want to talk about Holsinger real quick, and then we'll let Lisa talk?
Sure. Holsinger is a sponsor for this and a couple other things. We've had a partnership with Holsinger for as long as I've been involved with the chamber. They do our bookkeeping for us. We actually outsourced our bookkeeping about 6 years ago, right when I began with the chamber. It's the greatest thing that we have done because they handle the heavy lifting there. They help us in a lot of ways. They too can help you. If you're interested in bookkeeping, they also can do accounting and those kind of services for you too. So reach out to Holsinger. Like I said, they've been a great partner with us.
And lastly, we have Lisa Hunt from USX Federal Credit Union.
So my dogs will probably start barking soon, so I apologize. I have furry coworkers right now. USX Federal Credit Union, as I mentioned before, has been a member of the chamber for a number of years, and it is honestly a fantastic organization. So the credit union is something that is actually also a member benefit. You can't just walk in off the street and join USX Federal Credit Union. You have to be eligible for membership. And lucky you, If you are the rep for your company, then you are eligible. If you're not the rep for your company, then your company has to choose to offer the credit union. It's a free financial benefit. And if you were in person, while it's not as good as graders, you would actually have some papers that would tell you a little bit about the credit union and all of the free things we offer, including financial education. So I did send those to Heather and asked her, pretty please, can she send them to the attendees so they still get them? So thanks, Heather. I appreciate that because she said she could. So you'll get that info. Please feel free to reach out, especially with everything that's been going on. We've had a lot of companies requesting financial education seminars, which we're able to do virtually on Zoom. Everything from credit scores to money management through transitions has been a really popular one recently. I know that's a shock, but if you'd like more information about that and all the other things that come with credit union membership, please contact me. I'm going to end there because I'm really lucky that my furry coworkers haven't said anything yet. I'm not sure why, but check out the papers that Heather's going to send. Reach out to me. My contact info is in the chat, and I hope to see you guys at some upcoming events, including potentially the cornhole tournament on Saturday.
Thank you for joining us. We got Megan. Megan's left. Megan wins something.
Free graders, stop by the office.
Graders.
I'll have to do that. I'm always game for ice cream.
I think there's peach over there. Has anybody? I think it's peach.
If it's peach, it's really good. The peach is delicious. Not nearly as good as the mango sorbet, but it's still pretty good.
All right.
The peach with some amaretto poured over it is even better. Did you have any questions?
It's terrible that way.
No, I think I'm good. It was all like a lot to take in. I've got like 2 full pages of notes here. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,